Well, hello everybody. Welcome to today's Tabata Super Tabata, lower body inspired circuit. I'm Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. And I'm going to guide you through today's class. We're going to have some fun today. At least I hope so, because we're doing some of my favorite moves. I recommend having one weight. I'm gonna have a couple different weights though. I've got some 5 pounds, I've got some 8 pounds out. We've got a couple minutes till we get started. So bribe your pets or little people. Oh, someone's not being very nice today. And we're gonna get started with one of my favorite moves, a little running in place. And well, we're gonna warm up first. I am feeling real Monday, y'all. All right, let me just check on my timer over here. So today we're going to be working for 40 minutes. Oh my God, for 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So you get a nice, really long break between each move that we're doing. And you're going to do everything, 4 times. So it's still a 4-minute circuit. If you need to take a quick break within that 40 seconds of work, you do it. And then you're going to jump right back into the exercise. I'm going to find any of my other timers. Make sure you have some water nearby. While we won't have any specific water breaks, you are, as always, encouraged to take water as needed. Let me check on things up here on the interwebs. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Here in DC, the weather was fabulous. In fact, I find myself a little bit sunburnt. Honestly, not entirely complaining about it. I did some real spring cleaning this weekend as well. Can you tell? Just kidding. But I promise that I did. Also, in honor of Earth Day, I got a couple new plants. I gave some real love to the garden. I ordered some organic fertilizers, which Amazon was kind enough to drop off yesterday morning around 6:45. And don't you worry, they still made sure to call me at 6:45 a.m. I know, I know. All right, we got one more minute, everybody. One more amazing minute. Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck has been feeling great this past weekend. He's eaten all of his food. He's kept it down. These are all really exciting moments in dog parent life. I'm going to move my mat out of the way because we won't be down on the mat for the first couple of moves for today. And I encourage you to make sure you don't trip on it. Thanks for coming. Oh my gosh, so many emails coming through. Let's go ahead and give ourselves some awesome lateral side to side step taps and some shoulder circles. I want you to make sure that you do warm up that upper body a little bit today because we are going to be using it just a teeny bit. Go ahead, change direction of those shoulder circles. Let's take a moment, plant those feet out nice and wide. We're just going to alternate taking a nice little twist and punch to the side. And you can either keep those feet planted and just focus on rotating through that core, taking that nice little twist of the shoulders to punch to each side. Or if you want, you could even add in a little bit of a tap. I'm going to tap on over here to hit the timer. So I don't keep you for far too long. Find that rotation. Let's get 4 more to each side. 3, 2, keep that punch up, but straight to the side. So instead of reaching up overhead, hopefully you feel it a little bit more in that back opportunity for shoulder blades to take a little squeeze in towards each other. When you finish that punch, bring your hands back to your face. We got 4 more. 3, 2, 1. We're going to punch it down towards the floor. So just punch or tapping. I'm taking a little alternating lunge side to side. You can move at the pace that works for you. And opening those arms nice and wide. Take a little rotation to each side. Let's get 4 more, and then we're going to stay hinge forward and just stretch it out in 2, 1. So keep one hand on the floor. Reach that opposite arm up towards the ceiling. Let's relax that opposite hand down towards the floor. Exaggerate the bend in the knee that your hands are closer to. Really press the outer edge of the opposite foot into the floor. We're going to walk it to the opposite side. One hand down. Take our little twist one more time. Release that hand to the floor. Enhance the bend in that knee. Press the outer edge of the straight leg foot to the floor. Walk your hands to the center now. Turn your toes out, heels in. We're going to bend our knees. Come on down into a supported squat. Straighten the legs. Even if your hands are really far in front of you, as you squat down, think about sending those glutes towards the back of the room. So as you squat down, hands are pressing a little further in front of you. If you are having trouble reaching the floor or they're staying right below you, let's do one more. Transfer your hands to your thighs. Drop one shoulder forward. Drop the other shoulder forward. Give yourself a quick little cat-cow. And then slowly roll it up. One more move to warm up those hips a little bit. So plant one foot down on the floor. If you need to, you can always come over to something for extra little stability. So head straight up towards the ceiling, core drawn in. For a little bit of bracing, just kicking forwards and backwards, starting to warm up those hip flexors. And then switch legs. If you still need to hold on to something, you can turn and face the opposite direction. Really focus on this big, lift through the crown of your head so you're not wobbling over to the side too much. Having your eyes focus in one spot is going to help with that balance. Plant your foot. Let's get a little tick-tock. So just crossing over the front and then a gentle squeeze of the glute to find some extension in the leg. 2 more on this side. Last one. Plant that foot down and just switch right into your tic-tacs on the opposite side. You can use your hands to help you with your balance here. Bring in a little balance practice into the beginning. Last warm-up move. Look down at your feet. Make sure that they are both like a number 11, so you don't have any toes pointed out. You're going to draw one knee up, open it to the side, bring it back in and down. Same thing, just 4 more times. Open, in, and down. I feel that so much on the top of the hip flexor. Still trying to keep those hips squared to the front though. A little bend in that standing leg knee, weight in your heel. Take a moment, shake it out. I know I was feeling that. Let's switch to the opposite side. So up, open to the side, in, and down. So we're still working to find that length through the crown of our head. Core is drawn in to help with balance. Eyes focus on one spot in front of you. Last one. Good, shake it out. Really shake it out. Have some fun right now. That's what it's all about, is enjoying these workouts. Couple of hip circles in one direction, couple hip circles in the other direction, and then take a moment, just like jog or march in place. Let me tell you what our first move of the day is going to be. All right, we've done this before. You know, it's one of my favorites. Great way to just really start getting that heart rate up. And they're going to give you an option to include the shoulders in this one as well. If you're new to this move and you don't want to use a weight, opposite arm is going to go with your moving leg. So I have my left leg planted, right arm is lifting, and left arm is moving with that right leg. And you're going to carefully tap that toe towards the floor behind you. And you can keep it nice and slow if you need to. But I want you to pick up the pace as works for you. So you're either just tapping. Maybe you're driving the knee. Maybe the knee drive is too much for you and you're just tapping forwards and backwards. That's a great place to get started. Or you're adding in that knee drive. Or you're going to grab a weight. You know what? I'm going to use my medicine ball. I'm going to use my medicine ball, this time option for both arms to move together. So as that knee drives up, think of it like a cardio kickboxing move, such that if you were slamming someone, your opponent towards your knee, that's what's happening. So we're going to warm up through those shoulders. We're going to stick with 2 times on one side, and then we're going to switch to the other side because I mean a little bit. All right, and that move starts a little running in place in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So slight bend in that standing leg. Use that exhale. And you're extending those arms straight. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm already feeling a little tired. How was your weekend, y'all? So your pace is just going to be determined by things like, how did you sleep last night? How well hydrated are you? How fueled are you? How are your muscles feeling? Have they had time, oh my gosh, to relax from whatever your weekend activities were? 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I got to keep moving just a little bit during this break because I don't want my heart rate to come crashing down. A little recovery, taking a little bit of a tick-tock motion to relax those hip flexors. Same side, one more time. Last time on this side, 3, 2, 1. So pull it in. We're getting some good ab work here and that knee drive. And remember, if you're not using the weight, just opposite arm is moving with that leg and as quietly as you can, tapping that toe down towards the floor. But using a weight in your hands, getting both arms moving at the same time, it's going to really bring that heart rate up, a little bit more of a cardio and strength move. You got 10 seconds left. Oh my gosh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great news. We're going to switch to the other side. How y'all feeling today? I think it's a little clearer. I'm slightly riding the struggle bus here. That's okay because every day is different and we're just doing our best. So switching to the opposite side, plant that foot, slight bending your knee, leg behind you. It's going to tap down quietly. So however fast you're moving, however much that you're really getting that opponent's head towards your leg, or just sticking with running in place. Quiet with that toe tapping down to the floor behind you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what have I been up to this weekend? I have been trying to outwalk my friends, being real competitive and getting steps in lately. Take a break. So walked over 30,000 steps on Saturday, walked just about 25,000 plus steps yesterday. And I'm noticing today that I don't have my normal recovered energy. I just wanted to let you know. Last time through, here we go. Use that breath. Make sure that toe is quietly coming down to the floor behind you. Halfway. Oh my gosh, just keep going. Whatever you can do, just keep driving that leg up. The last 10 seconds. So coming back to that full range of motion. If you took a break, oh my gosh, we made it. Putting my medicine ball down. Grab a quick sip of water if you want it. Sticking with legs. Next, you're going to want one weight. keeping my weight a little bit light today. You're going to use what works best for you. We're challenging balance with this next one. So starting with your arms relaxed down by your side, your chest is lifted, back is engaged, core is braced for balance. You're going to step a leg back to come into a back lunge as deep as you want to. As you come into a curtsey lunge, overhead press, back to your back lunge, and either step it together or knee drive. We're just going to stick with that same leg one more time, 2 times through, and then switch to the other leg. I'll walk you through the first couple of times, and then we'll just revert to going our own pace in 3, 2, 1. So starting with feet together, arm by your side, step back, curtsey lunge to overhead press, back lunge, optional knee drive, back lunge, curtsey, back lunge, maybe add in an extra overhead press. So getting a little bit of balance work here already. Ooh, still getting some great quad work in here as well. And you probably still feel this one in those hip flexors. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Sticking with that same side one more time. If you slow down your exhale, it'll help you to feel a little bit more relaxed right now. 3, 2, 1. Here you go. Back lunge, curtsey lunge, back lunge, knee drive or tap, back lunge, curtsey, back, knee drive. Is that sweat? No. It is. You just can't tell yet. I promise. Things are feeling a little spitzy in here. Maybe you're taking it really easy on yourself and you're just taking these steps without adding in that big knee drive, but you're still stepping as quietly as possible and getting this great overhead press action. Oh, we made it. All right, one more side to go. 10 seconds left. I wish you guys could see behind the counter. The curtain. Got some great plants this weekend. Go for it. So back lunge, curtsey to overhead press, back lunge, knee drive, back lunge, curtsey, back lunge, knee drive. And you're just working at your own pace. Whoop. Remember, the more that you focus those eyes forward, the easier balance is going to be. Think about intentionally placing this moving foot down. Oop. First little bit of schwitzy. Starting to, we made it. Starting to fall. We got one more time through. And then we're going to keep working those quads in a different way. 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Back lunge, curtsey to overhead press, back lunge, knee drive. So the great thing about these classes is you're getting out of it what you want to put into it. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more like me today, tired on a Monday. But you showed up. Showing up is number one. But you got to challenge yourself to find change. So ask yourself, is just going through these motions and stepping enough? If you really want to see results, maybe you slow down, get a couple less reps in, but focus on a bit more. Ooh, we made it, of a quality motion. No weights for this next move. We're going to do 2 different exercises actually to make it a little bit easier to figure out what we're getting into, because we're working towards the idea of single leg squats. Let's start with the left leg first. So just take a moment, shake it out. Maybe give yourself a couple of hip circles. Sorry, I've been getting a lot of nosebleeds lately because of the the weather. Just giving myself a quick check because I had one right before class, like a winner. Okay, so our next move is going to be tapping either your ankle or inside of the standing leg, and then tapping the inside outside. There it is, of your moving leg. So finding balance on one leg, maybe the back toe of your other foot's down on the floor. We're coming into a bit of a single leg squat motion. Let me turn to the side. So weight in your heels, either tapping at the inside of the knee or tapping all the way down to the ankle. And then we've got another knee drive to either just tap the outside of the knee or tap the outside of the ankle. So we're tapping the inside and then we're tapping the outside. Find a spot to balance your eyes, just alternating between those two taps. You know I love a good tappa, tappa, tappa. This one starts in 3, 2, 1. So pulling your belly in to brace for it, tap the inside of the knee or ankle, knee drive, tap the ankle. I'm going to give you the option to stick with this move for round 2 on the same side, or we're going to switch to just single leg squats. So it'll option to just be this action to lower down without adding in the little extra core work. But I think it's easier to understand the single leg squat if you're doing this little tappa, tappa, tappa first. For 3, 2, 1. If your balance was really off, consider having the opposite toe down on the floor behind you. Very little weight in that toe, though. Weight is in mostly your front leg as you just find that little bit of a hinge reaching towards the floor and then lift back up. So it's almost like a single leg Romanian deadlift. The more you bend your knee, the more it's a squat, though. Here we go. So just maybe you can touch the floor and lift yourself back up. So your hips are driving, towards the wall behind you. And if you're really struggling to just get a little bit lower, just stick with the tapping on the inside of the knee, tapping of the outside of the knee or ankle. Whew. Y'all, emails are rolling in this morning during class, but I encourage you, stick with me right here. It's just 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Realistically, you could have been in the bathroom this whole time. And take a break. And I will be straight with you. One of my favorite universal excuses that anyone can use anytime is upset stomach. So if anyone asks, that's what happened, why you couldn't get back to them, and hopefully they won't bother you anymore after that. All right, so we're switching to the other leg. Here we go. So if you want, you're starting with tapping inside of the knee, tapping outside of the knee. So already here, you're thinking about finding that gentle bend, keeping the weight in your heels, not letting it come too much towards the ball of the foot. And that can be really challenging. You really have to take that slight hinge from the hips, that bend in the knee, and that drive back of the legs as well. And remember, if you want to just join me for the single leg motion this next time around, the last time on this side, I'd love to have you there. Take a break. If balancing on one leg for the whole 40 seconds is not for you, you're just going to keep that back toe gently down on the floor for a little bit of support. We got one more standing move after this one. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Nothing to it but to do it. So I'm going to try and get a little bit lower this time, but I'm still going to find that little tappa, tappa, tappa because I like it. Getting those abs in while working that quad. Just a little extra balance opportunity as well. You're more than halfway through. Ooh, I'm feeling it in that standing leg. Just working with control. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. Oh, we made it. All right. I'm going to be really nice for this next move. We're going to alternate legs each time. Grab a quick sip of water if you want it. Hello. Grab a weight. If you don't have a weight, grab something. a pair of socks, a water bottle, just having an actual object that you're going to be able to pass. So for our next move, I know I said today's easy breezy. I lied. We're going to do some forward lunges, which for me are not my best lunge. I don't know about you. If they're your best lunge, great. So we're going to go for a forward lunge, bend that back knee, pass a weight under our leg, and then step it right back. What I really want you to think about as you pass the weight is you're bringing that back knee down to pass the weight. You're not just hinging forward from your hips and bringing your belly to your thighs. Did you see the difference? Let me show you one more time. So bending that back knee down keeps that chest lifted versus hinging forward from the hips where you're losing out on almost all of the lower body move. We're just going to alternate. Oh, there's the sweat. Each time, alternate leg steps forward throughout the 40 seconds of work, whichever leg you would like to lead with in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So stepping it forward, bending that back knee down, stepping it back together. So your pace right now is going to be dictated by your balance, by your comfort of getting into these lunges. Really work to keep that chest lifted the best that you can. I'm going to even add in another overhead press to really encourage myself to make sure that chest stays lifted at the back. So a nice little overhead press at the back. Take a break. Look at that. 1 round done. Let's hold ourselves accountable. Count how many lunges you get in round 2. Which starts in 3, 2, 1. So start that personal count. Remember, it's not all about speed. If you're going slower, you're also getting a little extra time under tension in this lunge, which is great. Really fire those quads up. Talking makes it really hard to count how many reps are going on. I think that was 4 so far on each side. Continue to come back to the idea of bending that back knee to help lower yourself down towards the floor. Great. So I got like would seem like 5 on each side. I want to try and stick with at least 5 on each side for these last 2 rounds, especially as you're starting to get tired. Push yourself here with good form. 3, 2, chest is up. Here we go. I like this extra overhead press. Could I have used a heavier weight today? Probably. What about you? But you know what? Honestly, still sweating, still feeling good. Oh, someone this morning offered me a ticket to the Caps game tomorrow, but I have to work. Bummer. Oh well, there's always next year. I got one more to make sure I'm even Stevens. And then we got, I believe, just one more time through. Last time through. Who keeps calling me? Here we go. Last time. I feel so popular today via all of the work emails and such. Come on, y'all. We got just about 10 seconds left to go, and we're finishing our last standing move of the day as strong as possible. We got one more move down on the floor. Let's make our way down to the floor as quickly as we can because we are running out of time, everyone. How would you feel about sticking around for an extra 2 minutes? Great. Nobody said no. Okay, making our way down to the mat. I'm kidding. I feel bad making you stay extra. So we're just going to do this next one time on each side. And then we'll get to stretching. And if you have more personal time and you'd like to just hit rewind, do it again, let me know. I would be so proud of you. And if not, you showed up. You did so many great moves. All right, so next up we've got a little bear with the glute kickback. I'm gonna put a weight behind one of my legs. We're gonna take a moment, press up into bear, release down, give ourselves that big kick up, kick back, press into bear, lift up. If you want, you can try doing that from within bear. I'm not here for that today. Don't let me stop you from being your most amazing self. Hands palms down on the floor, open your fingers nice and wide like starfish. We start in 3, 2, we started. Tuck toes under, lift up into bear, take a moment and hover, release back down, find that glute kick back. Hover, kick back. Awesome. Hover, kick back. We are halfway right now, so if you, no thanks. If you would like to try the kickback while hovering, see what happens. Challenge yourself to see that change. I tried it, and it was not for me today, but maybe it could be for me tomorrow. 3, 2, awesome. Let's switch the weight behind the other leg. This is our last move of the day, everyone. Oh, I'm going to give myself a couple of cat cows during this nice 10-second break. 5, 4, 3, 2, tuck those toes. Here we go. Knees hover off of the floor, and then glute kick back. So the reason that we're holding this weight behind our leg is you're getting a little bit more of a squeeze, a little bit more contraction, just to hold on to this weight right behind your knee. Even if it's not a weight, even if it's a sock, and you're just squeezing and holding it there, a little bit more activation through the posterior chain. 10 seconds left. Challenge you to try one time to be in a bear. Woo, and lift that leg up. Could you do it? 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's remove this weight completely. Send your glutes back towards your heels. Walk your hands forward. Take a nice stretch through your back. Allow your head to come down below heart's level. Pull yourself all the way forward. Bring your pelvis towards the mat. You can open your feet a little bit wider. Go ahead, look over one shoulder. Head back to center, look over the other shoulder. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up into down dog. You can shorten your stance if you want to. Oh, wow, pedal through your heels. That feels amazing. I really noticed this morning how tired my calves were from all of my movement over the weekend. When you're ready, we're going to walk hands to feet and then hang out there in the stangle. Transfer the weight to your heels. If your fingers touch the floor, great. If your fingers don't touch the floor, grab hold of your opposite elbow. Or maybe just relax your hands on your legs. And from here, just bend one knee and then the other. Get a little bit more movement into those hamstrings, into your hips. Relax your head down to the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades around your spine. Create a little extra length through the crown of your head and space for your neck to shake your head. Yes. And shake your head. No. Oh, that no feels so good. Transfer the weight to your heels and slowly roll yourself up. Definitely going to get a quad stretch in here because we got a lot of work into the quads today. So find some balance. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. Draw that heel towards your glute. While that heel is coming towards your glute, turn to the side. You're going to do your best to get your 2 knees in one line. Because if your knee is all the way forward, you're not really stretching into that quad or opening that hip. The more that you point your knee down, maybe even pointing your knee towards the back of your mat and taking a little extra space of your heel away from your glute. Also gives you a delightful little stretch into that upper back. We're going to release carefully, bring it forward for a nice little figure four stretch. Get that hip opener one more time, because I know we worked into those hips today. Whoa. See, everyone struggles with balance sometimes. I'm just going to find something to hold on to. Use an inhale, find a little length through the crown of your head. Exhale, sit down deeper one last time. Inhale, lift yourself up. Great. Let's get that quad stretch on the opposite side. So doing your best to get your heel close to your glute. Your two knees in one line, or one knee slightly behind the other, but still two hips in one line, two shoulders in one line. Little length through the crown of your head once more. And then bring that foot forward, find that figure four stretch, sit yourself down, send those glutes towards the back of the room. Take an inhale, find that long spine. Take an exhale, sit a little bit lower. Inhale, lift yourself up, plant both feet on the floor, bend your knees, inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Woo. Let's take two more breaths. Bend your knees, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Last time, get ready to find the stretch that feels good for you for your arms. Inhale up. And then maybe I like to really press through my hands to the ceiling, to the walls at the side to really get a little bit more into the shoulders, into the back. And then give yourself a round of applause. Yay! Great job, everybody. Solid work on a Monday. I hope that you finished feeling good. Hopefully, you're a little sweaty too. If you have any questions or concerns about anything I said or we did, you know that you can reach out. I'll see you again streaming on Wednesday for our core and stretch class. Till then.